Hi guys, what's up? So in this video I'm going to talk to you guys about how I got pregnant so quickly, some of the tips and tricks that I've used. Planned Mimi, the first one, and then we didn't plan the second one, but we did plan this third one. So I wanted to show you guys kind of like, you know, what I did and what we went through to get pregnant. But before I get into that video, I wanted to share with you guys something exciting I got in the mail from Modern Fertility. Modern Fertility is the most convenient, the most comprehensive test that you can take from the comfort of your own home. It is a fertility hormone test. You send your results in and you get your results back within 10 days. Super fast, super affordable, super convenient. My experience with fertility hasn't been rough, but I definitely wish that I would have known about Modern Fertility before starting to try, especially because we tried with our first one, because then I would have gotten, you know, like an update on my health, what's going on inside of me, because I had no idea what I was doing. I kind of just did it blindly. So I was very excited when Modern Health reached out. Thank you, Modern Health, for sponsoring this video, because I wanted to give awareness to a lot of other women out there and, you know, help them out. If you guys are pregnant or breastfeeding, you cannot use Modern Health, but once you're not anymore and you have your period and everything, you can go ahead and click the link below and check them out. Fertility hormone tests often aren't covered by insurance and can cost upwards to $1,500. At just $159, Modern Fertility gives you the access you need and the help you need to plan ahead. Very cost efficient. Plus, you can use your FSA or your HSA. The test can tell you if you have more or less eggs than average, what you can expect from IVF or egg freezing, how your hormone levels relate to women who have PCOS, which 1 in every 10 women have, general hormone health, which is a window into your border health. You can get all of your personal questions answered by one of their fertility nurses. You have your own personal team. Join their weekly webinars, they call them an egginar, or just get involved with the community with thousands of women just like you who are using Modern Fertility as well. Like a text thread with your friends, but better. To be honest, it's probably what y'all DMs be looking like. Okay, them group chats be looking like. Whether you want kids now or in the far future, Modern Fertility can help you map that out. You can use Modern Fertility's results and resources at your own pace. We don't wait and see for anything else in our life. Okay, I definitely don't, and fertility does not have to be any different. Shipping is also very much free. So I want you guys to stop what you're doing, okay, and click the link below. $20 off, no code included. All you have to do is click my link in the bio and check out Modern Fertility. Now let's get into the good stuff and get into some fertility tips.
We are the strongest, you can't stop it. Tune into the family, yeah, we locked in. Want a little vibe and you got it. Hit the bell so you know when we drop it. Pull it up on YouTube.
Hey y'all, what's up? So I am getting over a cold, caught COVID. As you guys probably saw from the last video that I posted. I'll go in more in detail and stuff about that in another video. But today I wanted to get into a video that is long overdue. I've actually done a video like this, but when I did this video, we lived in Virginia. I think Mimi was like 1, she's 8 now. So I haven't done a video like this in like 7 years, but it's really low-key the same tips that I had 7 years ago is the same tips that I have now. I have a couple things that are a little different, but majority of the same things is the same thing that I did for my first pregnancy that I did for my last pregnancy. So if you guys are new here and you did not know, I planned my first pregnancy with my husband and we planned our last pregnancy. We have 2 girls right now and I'm pregnant with our 3rd, but the second girl was not planned at all, but the other two were planned. So I feel like I can kind of talk on planning in ways that, and tips and tricks that you can use to get pregnant if you guys are looking to get pregnant, if you're looking to conceive, even if it's not now, maybe if it's in the near future or just in the future in general, and you want to know, like, what do you do? How do you do it? I know some people think it's like common sense, like obviously, hello, you have, you do the do, but some people, it's not as easy to get pregnant than it is for others. For others, they're fertile, and they get pregnant just by looking at, the opposite sex. Some people, it might take some planning. Some people, it might take longer planning than others. And some people might need to go to see a doctor and also utilize some of the medical stuff that we have in today's day and age, like IVF and stuff like that. For our first daughter, I used the same kind of method that I used for this last one. I made sure that I got an app. I went on my phone and I looked up a good app that tracks your ovulation. Make sure that you know when your period was and when the app says that you ovulate, because even though every single woman is different, every single woman may not ovulate at the same time. This is actually a big thing, because some people try to go by the app, and the app is just kind of generic and it's average. And I've noticed for me, I have a very small window when it comes to ovulation. My egg does not sit around at all, honey. She don't play no games. She pop in, hello, and pop out and go on about her business. She got too much going on. She got too much. She busy, honey. Okay, she got plans. If you're either fertilizing me or you're not, okay? So I'm not about to sit around and wait for no sperm, period. And I feel her. Don't wait. Don't sit around and wait for no man, okay? At all. So I noticed this with my first child, because we did 2 rounds of trying. So like I said, I used my app. The first time I didn't really use anything because I wasn't really aware of like how to kind of do it, you know what I'm saying? I think I was like 21 at the time when I got pregnant with Mimi. So I was young and I didn't really know like much about my body like that I know now. Like now I know I can feel my ovulation. And a lot of women out there, y'all can also feel it too, and you might not really know what it is. So around maybe like mid-month from your period, like maybe like a couple weeks after your period, do you feel like an uncomfortable feeling? Maybe like it's not really pressure, but it's like light cramping, and it just feels uncomfortable. And then maybe when you have sex, it really feels uncomfortable. That's from your cervix moving downward, and when your cervix moves, that's also indication of ovulation. So your cervix is moving and getting into place and ready for the sperm to swim up in there, and it moves like up and down throughout your cycle. So you might be able to feel when your cervix moves, and that's what I feel. So I know it's coming. It might not necessarily be like right then and there when I'm ovulating, like I don't feel my egg, but I feel my body changing and getting ready for ovulation. So I would feel that, and I didn't really know what it was until I started charting and realizing like this is around ovulation time, so like what is it? And I started Googling it and understanding that and understanding my body. So now I can kind of go off of what I feel, which is what I kind of did with this last one. At the end, not like while we were trying. At the end, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm ovulating, but this, I didn't take a strip, and I was like, am I ovulating? But I'm like, I trust my body, and we just ended up having sex at that time. I'm not sure if that's the one time they did it, honey, but that was around the month that we got pregnant, so it could have possibly been that. And I didn't test, so I didn't want to waste my strips and stuff because they are expensive. Now the strips, that's the next thing. After you get your app, after you feel like, if you can feel your body or not. If you don't, it's fine. Not every woman can. It's actually a word for it, like an actual term that medical people use for it, but I'm not sure what that term is. So you can Google that and do a little research and see what that's called. But if you do not feel it, next best thing after that, the best thing, honestly, is getting an ovulation test kit, okay? So I tell all my friends when they're trying to conceive to use the Clear Blue Ovulation Test. So there's a bunch of ovulation tests that you can use. You can use the strips, which are cheaper. Like there's a bunch on Amazon where they're just literally strips and you have to kind of read those strips. Those are harder for me because I tried them. First month we were trying to get pregnant with Mimi, I tried those strips and I just could not understand, like, because some were light and some were dark and some weren't dark, and I'm like, so when, you know what I'm saying, when exactly, like, it just wasn't, I just felt like I saw two lines for a very long time and it just wasn't really pinpointing it for me. So with Mimi we got pregnant on the 2nd month, and with this baby we got pregnant on the 2nd month as well. So the first month I usually kind of use that as like a planning month, and I kind of just, like I said, chart on my app, and then I use the Clear Blue Ovulation Test more so on the 2nd month, and I use that because it actually shows you like a smiley face. So it will basically blink and show you the smiley face when it's time for you to do what you need to do, honey. That basically tells you, like, your egg is here, it is time, you need to do it right now. This is the best possible time for you to have sex. So it tells you exactly what you need to know, when you need to do what you need to do, and how you need to do it. Okay, don't say how, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's exactly what I needed, because the other thing just was not doing it for me at all. It was just so freaking hard to use. And that, honestly, I rolled that over from the first time, roll that over to now, and we use that for this round as well, and it really honestly helps. It kind of just shows you everything in black and white and gets you to understand that not everybody ovulates at the same time. So normally when I see that, I'll pinpoint that and put it into my chart or my app that I'm using on my phone, and it's obvious, it's normally always not the same as what the app's saying. So I'll just correct the app and I'll just put like what it's saying. So don't always use like just one thing and be like, oh, I'm not getting pregnant because the app isn't, you know, it tells me that I'm ovulating, but every time I do this and that, it's not working. Don't pinpoint using one thing. When you are trying to conceive, use a whole lot of different things at your disposal. Some people even chart their body heat temperature, and that also will tell you, if you research that, I never did that, but that will also tell you some things about your body and, like, I guess what temperature your body is at when you're ovulating and when you're on your period and when you're not ovulating. So it's like different temperatures throughout the month that your body will feel. So if you do that plus the app plus Clear Blue plus temp charting, and also the last one would be like mucus charting. Also, people do that. Your mucus changes, your mucus, which is your vaginal mucus, yes honey, it changes throughout your cycle. So at the beginning of your cycle, your mucus might be one color and one kind of consistency, and by the time you're ovulating, your mucus will be different. It will be, I think it's sticky and kind of like cloudy, so that the sperm will be able to swim through and get to the destination that it needs to get to. For someone who just wants an extra, like, you know, you can use the stuff that I use, which I use this the 2nd month that we had ended up getting pregnant with Mimi. I use this. So I actually bought it. Can you guys see that? It's called Pre-Seed, and it basically is a lubricant, a personal lubricant. It says fertility friendly. It's a lubricant that mimics the mucus that your body naturally makes, and it makes it very easy, very sperm friendly. It helps the sperm to swim to where they need to go. It just is really, really good when you're trying to conceive. So you basically just use like one tube of lubricant before you have sex, and also do this when you're ovulating. So when, like I said, you put everything together, not just one thing, honey. What I say, like 4 or 5, I said like 5 different things. So you put them all together and you will get pregnant. I'm telling you, I swear by this method. This is what I use each time, and I got pregnant in the 2nd month each time. So it shows you right here, it says clinical studies show that other lubricants can limit sperm mobility. So make sure if you're trying to conceive, you're not using other lubricants, use Pre-Seed. It's going to get them where they need to go, okay? So you don't have to just, you know, basically just sit and wait for your body to do it. This will mimic what your body needs to do, just in case your body's not producing what it needs to produce. Also, another way to help with the mucus, your cervical mucus, is to use a Mucinex. This is actually a new one that I've heard about while I was trying to conceive with the last baby. I was looking it up and I was like, oh wow, it was all over TikTok, and they were like, Mucinex really works and all this stuff. So I got some, but I only took like one. I think I took a couple doses of it, but I didn't really do like what it said on TikTok. But they swear by Mucinex when you're trying to conceive. It will help with your mucus, and so I don't see it hurting using all of those things, like every single thing that I named, and putting it all together. And what do you got? Oh baby! Okay, so I hope that this video helps someone out there, and if any of you guys use these tips already and conceive, definitely comment below. There's a lot of women out there who need help, and you know, videos like this help them and get them on the right track to being a mother. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to y'all in another video.